Hi, hello. It's been a while. I don't even know where to start. So ever since quarantine came around in March, I was really busy with like school stuff, doing the whole distance learning thing and trying to navigate that. But in our free time, Ricky and I did a lot of updates to our house, and so I wanted to show you. I'm sure one thing that you notice right away is my background. It looks very different from the kitchen that I used to film in, and so I wanted to show you guys the things that we've been doing around the house and kind of take you guys along with us on this like transformation. We're definitely not done yet, but we've done a lot and I'm very proud of it. So I will show you guys before images as well so you can kind of compare, but I think the transformation is kind of crazy. So I will take you around and show you what we've done so far. Here is a view of the kitchen. I don't know if we had these bar stools when I last filmed a video in this area, but these are from Wayfair. I like the color because it's kind of like this like beige linen fabric, and then I like the color of the frame as well. Like it's not too warm of a wood, if you know what I mean. We also redid the floors. I showed you guys some images of the floors on Instagram, so if you don't follow me there, or if you do follow me there, then you probably already saw. We used to have this god-awful tile in here, and I hated it from the moment that we moved in, but it's just, it was expensive to redo the floors and to hire somebody out. I think in one of the last videos I talked to you guys in, I was telling you that when we got quoted for the floors, he said about $18,000, and that was like the going rate. We got a couple different quotes for the floors, and they were all around that price. So the first thing we did was the floors. We decided that we were gonna do them ourselves, and we decided on the LVP, the luxury vinyl planks, and it took us a little while to decide on a color, but once we decided on the color, we made the purchase. We actually got these at Home Depot, and we put it in ourselves. And when I say we, I mean Ricky, my husband, put them in. Like wasn't really much help because, you know, we have a baby. So he started in the dining room, and then we knew that we wanted to get all new baseboards. So let me show you guys those. I'll show you over here. So in a lot of, like if you're doing this at your house and you don't want to replace the baseboards, then you can actually just leave the baseboards on and then just leave like a small, like 1/8 of an inch of a gap between the baseboard and the floor, just to leave room for expansion. And then you can just put like a 1/4 inch round right here, and that would be totally fine. But we knew that we wanted to replace the baseboards because they looked really bad. Like they weren't taken care of at all from the previous owners. So we decided to take off all the baseboards and just put it like close to the wall, so that way we could hire somebody out to put new baseboards in. And I'm so glad we did that because it just looks a lot more like crisp and fresh. So we did the floors, and we also did them in here, but we also put the floors all the way through into the dining room. This room is obviously not done. We had to move our bar cart. Sorry if you can hear Lily coming down the stairs. She's like a bull in a china shop. We had to move the bar cart over here because Kennedy was starting to like wander. She's in that crawling phase right now, so she's curious about everything, and we didn't want her pulling on the tequila or the glass that's over here. So we have this, and then we just have this over here for the time being. We don't really use it, but we just haven't put it up in the garage. So this is our big blank dining room. We do plan on getting a dining room table eventually, definitely before Christmas. So once we get that, I will show you guys. We have our TV mounted in here just because we had an extra TV, so we decided to throw it up on the wall just in case we ever want to have like, I don't know, Super Bowl parties or anything like that. There can be a TV in here along with the table with all the food on it. So this is the floor in here, and then it does run all the way through here, and then it stops at the stairs. No, we're not gonna leave the stairs like this, but we are going to do the second floor. So once we do we were just waiting on I don't even know what they're called. It's like the end of the staircase, because what we're gonna do for the stairs is do white planks and then the LVP planks on top. So I'm excited for that, but we're gonna probably start that, I don't know, maybe next week. So yeah, I'll show you guys the upstairs once it's done, but this is only temporary. And then there's Sunny. And then the flooring runs all the way into our living room area. And there's Lily. So we do have our rug in here that's covering a lot of it, but you can see that the floor runs in here. Another huge thing that we did to this room was the mantle. So again, I will show you guys what the mantle looked like before, but it was very outdated and it was very small. So we hired somebody out for this. The same guy who did the baseboards actually created this mantle. So our other mantle only went to about I don't know, I'd say right here. So he took the whole thing down, created this out of wood, just made it a lot taller. And then obviously did the tile. Not really done with the decor up here, but this is just kind of what we have going for right now. I have gotten a few new plants too. We have this snake plant, and then this, we call it a money plant, but I don't know what the correct true name for it is. Another snake plant. And then over here, we have this thriving fiddle leaf fig, which I'm in love with. Okay, so yes, that's the mantle. The tile we had done as well, and we got that tile at Lowe's. It was just like a mosaic tile that we went with. It runs all the way into the laundry room and the restroom for the flooring. And then back to the kitchen. We did have the cabinets repainted, and then we took off the old hardware and replaced it with this black one. We were kind of going back and forth whether we wanted black accents or a brass color. But ultimately I just let my husband decide, and he went with the black, and I'm actually really glad we did. I think it's a nice contrast between the whites and the matte black color. So the faucet is new. The faucet is by the brand Vigo. And I really like how this one turns, and then it also has a really nice extension on it as well. And we did replace the sink. So we used to have a really outdated, unattractive black sink in here. There's nothing wrong with a black sink, but it was just very scratched up and, again, not really well taken care of. So I've always wanted an apron sink, and when we got quotes, a couple of the guys said that, well, one guy said he couldn't do it, another guy said that you could do it, but it would cost $1,400 to put in the shelf on top of the cabinet underneath to support the sink. And we kind of knew that we were going to have to get a shelf because it has to sit on something because it's a really heavy sink. But we were like, dang, $1,400 just for that, that's not even something that we're even going to be able to really enjoy. It's just a shelf for the sink to go on top of. But the guy that we ended up going with for the cabinet said, oh yeah, we can totally do that. And you're not going to really lose any cabinet space underneath, simply because of the piping system that we had under there before with our old sink. So all in all, I'm really happy that we did it. We didn't lose any space in the cabinet underneath at all. And it's so big, and we had a dual sink before. And so it's just nice just to have one big hole there for all the dishes, so pots and pans and all that can sit in there without popping out of the top. So one thing that we did get is, and I'm sorry, my sink isn't really like clean right now, but we did get this little grate thing, and it's just to protect the like material of the sink. And it doesn't line up correctly, so we ordered another one, so hopefully it should be here soon. But ideally, this should line up with this drain. And I like it because it just like really protects the sink on the inside. The countertops. These are quartz countertops, and we knew that we wanted something that looked like this. Like I wanted white and gray, I know, so typical, but it just really brightened up the room. And when we first moved in here, this kitchen was like very dark and very brown and like orangey. And so I knew I wanted something like bright and light. And originally we were gonna go with something that was white with a very, very minimal veining. But when we saw this one, we were like, okay, well, it adds like a little bit more interest to the countertop. So we did end up going with this like a little bit more veining, a little bit more obvious veining, I guess I should say. And I'm so glad that we went with it. I love it. So yeah, quartz countertops, totally recommend it. So far we're loving it, and it's super easy to clean and super easy to maintain. And then over here, don't mind this, this is just for mostly for Kennedy's bottles, but I have my Hydro Floss there. So we decided, instead of doing a separate backsplash, that we would just run the quartz all the way up to the backsplash. And again, I'm really glad we went with that too, because I just think it gives like a nice clean vibe. I really like it. So we also went with new appliances. So we went with all Samsung appliances, and some people might say that that's a huge mistake, but these are the ones that had good reviews and we really liked the look of. I love a gas range. If I'm going to cook on the stove, my husband does too. And so we went with that. And the oven, here is the, let me get a better, what, is it gonna focus? It wants to focus on me in the reflection. But here's the microwave. I do like that the like buttons are all on the bottom instead of on the side. I don't know, I just think it's a little bit different. And I don't like, it might look very plain in here to you guys, but I really don't like a lot of things on the countertop. So really all we have on the countertop is the Nespresso, the baby Brezza for Kennedy's formula, and then we have to have paper towels. But eventually I would like to install like a paper towel holder underneath the cabinets, so that way it's not on the countertop. But we also got a new fridge, which I'm very excited about, because now we have our old one in the garage and we just store like excess drinks and stuff like that in there. And so that's been very nice. And then our new dishwasher. So what kind of started the whole appliance thing? Like we were already in the process of hiring somebody out to do the countertops. So at that point we had already finished the floors. We were hiring somebody to do the countertops. The same guy who was doing the countertops and the backsplash was going to also do the sink. And we were kind of like, okay, and then we'll worry about appliances after. Well, then our dishwasher broke. And our dishwasher broke in the beginning of the like lockdown orders here in California. So you can only imagine how fun it was to hand wash dishes for 3 meals a day. I was like ready to explode because, you know, when it broke, I was like, it's fine. You know, we really wanted to wait until Memorial Day weekend to buy appliances because they always go on sale for Memorial Day weekend. And we kind of knew that. We were kind of planning for that. And then, you know, our dishwasher broke in like March, like end of March. So that was fun. And since our dishwasher broke, we were kind of like, okay, that's a sign. We have to get them this Memorial Day. So we waited and we got them at Costco, and we ordered them Memorial Day weekend. I think even a couple days before Memorial Day weekend, because they were on sale like that whole week. And we just got them maybe like 2 weeks ago. So the shipping process like took forever, and I think that's partially because of COVID and then partially because it was a big weekend for people buying appliances. So yes, we finally have our appliances, and so far I'm very happy with all of them. The dishwasher is going right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it is super quiet, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, so that is what we've done to the house in the last few months. Floors, baseboards, mantle, fireplace, countertops, appliances, sink, and newly painted cabinets with new hardware. So we have been very busy, and we are about to start the next phase of doing the stairs and the upstairs for the flooring. And so once we get that done, I will show you guys what it looks like. But I hope you enjoyed this little video. It's been super fun to see this place transform, and I can't wait to see what it looks like upstairs soon. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you soon. Bye.